Truman, what were you saying we should change our channel name to?
More junk, less journey.
More junk, less journey.
Sounds catchy.
That does sound catchy. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think we should ask some friends if that's a good name?
We should.
What do you think? Do you think that's a good name?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. A little bit different than what we're doing, but could work. You might need to get a bigger RV for that.
I feel like some days with these boys, that's what it is. It's more junk. Like, oh, look at these like McDonald's toys.
Okay, so we got a chance to hang out with Nathan and Marissa and Hensley just a few days. They were kind of close in town, and when you're traveling on the road, it's like, you know, if you're within a few hours, you make that happen. Yeah. So really cool, but we would love to just know where your journeys are taking you to in the next few months. Like, let's talk there.
Few months. Let's see, Tennessee.
We're gonna spend some time with family.
Hensley's birthday, and then we're hoping Alaska.
Well, we're heading to Texas first.
Oh, Texas, yeah, swinging through Texas.
We have to do some filming.
Which isn't anywhere near Alaska.
No, pretty much the same thing.
But we have a project in Texas, then up to Alaska.
Yes, and then that's gonna be most of our year. There's a couple other places we might do, but Alaska's gonna be the bulk of it.
That's exciting. How long do you guys plan on staying in Alaska?
Oh goodness, we're hoping 3 months. June, July, August is when you want to do it, so we're hoping those 3 months will be in Alaska.
So pretty much like head up Memorial Day, head out
Labor Day.
Canada, Labor Day or whatever.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
So where would people find like the best way to connect with your travel route or things like that?
Patreon. Yeah. You go to patreon.com/lessjunkmorejourney, and we put like our travel maps with exact locations of all the stuff we go, the routes.
We do lives, all those things that are kind of like up to date.
Yeah.
Nothing else is as up to date as that.
I liked it. I saw your travel map from Virginia. Super detailed.
Yeah.
Well, so YouTube's we're already creating those, so might as well share them.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work. You guys know it's a lot of work putting together your travel, where you camp, what you do.
Oh yeah, I've done the road trippers thing.
Yeah.
Where like you set out your path, and then you're like, okay, there's this, and this along the way, and you know it's gonna take this many hours. It's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work.
So follow their journey too, because
let them do the work for you.
Yeah, for real, and that's really cool. I mean, to find out what you guys are gonna do with Alaska, like that's pretty awesome. I want to go. You guys want to go?
I'm trying to convince y'all to go.
I know. It'll be fun.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
We are actually going to be on the completely opposite side of them from North America. So, not a great start to our big reveal this week, our big announcement, because we got a whole lot more things that we got to announce as far as details and things like that. But Siobhan and I just got hit with a sick bug this week, an allergy or something. In the meantime, I've got to take these tires down to the shop. Let me tell you a little bit about what's wrong with them. These tires have been wearing really raw on one side, and it's hard to see it in the rain, but the last little bit up from Lexington to Stanton, kind of started seeing the radial or the wires on there, and so that's not good. I didn't want to risk it any farther. I kind of knew that I'd need to get to this point. Now the problem here is that it's doing it on both sides, and it's wearing on one side. My dad and I tried to fix this this past summer, but I don't think we did a good job because I just bought these tires in July, so that's not good. Problem is that there's no Demco specialists anywhere around here. I've been talking to one in Richmond, but they haven't gotten back to me yet, or I should say we've had conversations with the guy, but he wants to talk to Demco about it. Super difficult. I don't have the time to wait, and yet at the same time I know that buying new tires is just gonna keep the problem going, so I've got to figure out a solution. Doesn't matter, I have to buy new tires anyway, which stinks, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I'd rather spend $200 on tires than repair problems for if the van, you know, gets in an accident because I blow a tire out. So tires again. Now this car caddy actually has been an awesome workhorse. I would recommend it to anybody doing you know, wanting to tow their vehicle behind. There's basically two of the best ones I've seen out there is the Blue Ox and then this guy. This car caddy this is an older model. We got it used off of Craigslist, but it's got the brake actuator on it, so it's an inertia brake. Again, it's been pretty awesome. Man, for all the miles we've put on this thing, I mean, it just goes to show you that it's kept up through a long time. I do need to get it repaired like anything, but I'd be curious to know like what you would prefer if you were towing a vehicle behind your RV. Like, what do you have? Do you have something like the Blue Ox? There's some other ones I haven't heard about. I'd love to hear what those are. Main reasons why we went with this one is primarily because just like we don't have a fifth wheel, we can't fit 7 of us in a truck, for one. For two, we have our minivan, we already had it. There's no reason to buy another vehicle, and I don't want to mod that transmission out. So that means I had to ride 2 wheels up or do a flat carrier or something. So I can't do the Blue Ox 4 down on that vehicle, and I have to ride 2 wheels up. So we went with this guy. There were some other ones that like Acme that we'd heard of, but I think this is a better quality, better reviews. So I'm debating about this one. It is wearing down a little bit here, if you can see. I mean, obviously quite a bit. These markings should be present there. Debating whether or not I should take that off too. Any tire shop would say, of course. What do I do? Tough decisions. It's $100 on that tire. So we got some new tires.
Yes.
Picked up some new tires from the shop, and then my father-in-law got in contact with somebody who's gonna take a look at the dollies. So we'll get it take a look at from somebody who knows what they're talking about, somebody who knows more than me, and hopefully we'll get some solutions figured out on this one. Okay, so we're all set. We're gonna bring it down to a shop. I have pictures to show what the tires look like. The old tires, obviously. And we'll get it to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Obviously, whenever you're tightening your tires, you want to go across from each other so that you have an even torque. All right, let's see what we can make happen on this. Okay guys, I wanted to finish out with the last part of this car dolly. We're back in Virginia now. Super busy travel day yesterday. I lost my phone in the Uber. Haven't gotten it back yet, so a lot of busy things going on. Did end up getting some new tires here. Oh, Bennett, this is a little bit off. I think that, there you go. Yeah, so everything looks pretty good. My father-in-law brought it to a local guy who knows a thing or two about this. He took a look at it, and he actually took care of the tie rods. He thinks that might be a solution, so we'll see. I mean, everything's good to go. Everything's, you know, in working order, so new tires. I ended up buying 2 new tires. Okay, so now that we've gotten all the tire stuff taken care of on the Dolly, at least for the time being, we wanted to share with you guys, kind of come back to what we started this vlog with, was our plans to share with you our travel plans for the summer before we go to Hawaii, because there's a lot to get done before then.
Yeah.
So Siobhan wants to talk about that.
Now Nathan and Marissa tried really hard to convince us that...
Hang on. Literally, like, I turned the camera on and like trucks started passing by. Just keep passing by.
They were waiting for you.
They were waiting for me to turn the camera on.
So Nathan and Marissa really tried hard to convince us to go with them to Alaska. They're going up there, and it just seems like everybody's going up there this summer. It's kind of a bummer that we're gonna miss out on it, but here's the thing, guys. Like, we really feel like the Lord is leading us up into Canada this spring, and we are going out to the Pacific Northwest, but, well, here he comes. Because we're going to Canada first, we're not going to be able to travel as quickly across the top of the US and up to Alaska. It just isn't going to work out, and so we really feel like, God has a plan for us. We may not be with our roadie friends,
our YouTubing friends.
Yes, but God has a plan for us, either across the top of the US or across lower Canada.
Right.
And really, which way we go all depends on you guys.
It really does. We've really made the rest of our summer like a fundraising summer, an opportunity to share what we do, just with a bigger purpose. The purpose of getting us to get out on the mission field more. We've got our tour schedule all set up to Prince Edward Island. You can check that on our Facebook page and on our Patreon, because we put that publicly on our Patreon. You don't need to pay for that, but that's just where it's easy to put a post that you can see. So from Prince Edward Island, we're making our way out to Seattle, primarily because we've already gotten our plane tickets from there. We've got really cheap plane tickets for all 7 of us.
Guys, $188 per person for a ticket to Hawaii.
Which is awesome.
That was so great.
So that means this summer we're looking to put together a whole bunch of tour dates, a whole bunch of show dates and meetups and Donuts Fridays all across, like she said, the top of the US or the bottom of Canada. And so we've got a lot coming. We've got a lot of work to do. We definitely need your prayers on that. But this is exciting. This is the joy of getting to travel in an RV, right? We're mobile, we're available.
If you would consider having us for a house show, we would be so honored.
Yeah.
And we would love to come and just set up in your backyard or in your house, and we would love to meet your friends. We'd love to tell you all about this faith journey that God has had us on. Also, if you are not part of our newsletter, make sure you go over to TrentandSiobhan.com and sign up for that, because that is where we will be posting updates to our travel plans and letting you guys know. Also, you can contact us through messages on YouTube or messages on Instagram or messages on Facebook.
On that one's really good.
Anywhere that you want to contact us, let us know if you think that we might be within 3 or 4 hours of... something going on. There's something going down right now.
Okay, Mama.
Well, they figured it out, so that's a good thing. So yeah, let us know if we're anywhere near you. We'll drive 3 or 4 hours in one direction or another. That's what we did with Nathan and Marissa. Like, honestly, they were up in Hot Springs. We were down in Ruston. Like
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Wasn't too bad. How often are we going to get a chance to see them in person? So,
We didn't go to Hot Springs like them. I wish we had, because it looked kind of cool after I watched their video. But we didn't have time, but we did want to make time to see our friends. And so we just made a little trip up there, made it happen. And we'd love to do that with you guys too. We'd love to make Donuts Fridays and house shows and church shows and campgrounds, whatever it is. We want to stay busy this summer on our way over to Seattle, because we know it's while we're doing the Lord's work and doing the Lord's business that He's going to provide everything along the way.
Right. So we want to encourage you guys to find your own adventure this summer. The weather's changing, and so hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. And we're gonna let you guys go today, so remember, we can make the world better.
I believe we can.
Bye.
Bye.